Do 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 do. That's Eastenders. Not
That is Eastenders. Why?
not Thomas the Tank Engine.
Oh, oh wow. So is Eastenders just like a slowed down?
Thomas the Tank Engine.
It's not a tank engine.
I don't think so, but it needs to be investigated. Anyway, on that note. Hey everyone! Welcome to another episode of Who's That Anime, where Steve is laughing at my comment about Eastenders theme tune being the slowed down version of Thomas the Tank Engine.
Is the Eastenders theme just a slowed down Thomas the Tank Engine?
Like from back in the day, like the original stuff, it wasn't owned by Deke.
Yeah.
The
Well,
stop motion stuff.
Yeah. The good stuff.
The good stuff, man. The good stuff.
Well, speaking of the good stuff, we're going to go on with Gantz. Content warning, violence against women, comments about the different sexes and genders, etc. Not always great stuff. If you don't vibe with that, totally get it. There's more content in our catalogue that you might enjoy. Avoid school days. Not going to help you. Not going to help with that. It's pretty much going to be I think that they're going to put that in my grave.
Avoid school days.
Avoid school days.
Well, we'll see. I mean,
We'll see.
Well, if I'm the one that's going to organise that, man, it's going on.
That's what it'll do.
That'll obviously. If someone else is, then I highly likely I might just graffiti on it for you, just in memory of you. If you have a gravestone.
Well, true.
Yeah, because that costs money.
It does.
A lot of money.
I'm very seriously considering being put in one of those mulching bags.
Mulching bags?
Yeah, there's like a company in America that do a thing where they let you decompose naturally in a bag.
All right.
And they turn you into fertilizer.
All right. You know.
And then.
Yeah, why just get like burnt to a crisp and turn into ash?
I mean,
it's like fertilizer.
I have very much considered that. I mean, who's kidding? If money wasn't an option, I'd be shot into space without question.
Oh, you just get pally with Musk or Jeff Bezos, man.
Get him to send me to space in a Tesla. Need someone to go to Mars? I'll do it. Just wait till I'm dead.
Yeah. I'll be an ash.
Oh God!
In fact, you don't even need to strap me on top of the front of the spacecraft like a mascot.
Just make me a hood ornament. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's like, well, his corpse burned up on exit, so.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say that those people wouldn't do something stupid like that.
Who absolutely would do something like that.
Yeah, they probably would. They're pretty insane. But that's a copyright strike coming towards us now.
Is it? Why? What did we do?
Talk about Elon Musk. He's got all his AI.
He doesn't. Well, he's got people in suits making you think it's AI.
Yeah. Or he's got people hunting anything bad about him down.
I like that he. I used to be a bit of a fan of his work.
Yeah.
And then I've watched the slow and then very quick decline
of his sanity.
Yeah, just like I particularly enjoyed the portion where he was like, I feel like Twitter as a problem is that it's too liberal and we need to make sure that people can speak their mind and there's a freedom of speech. And if I say something like maybe he's a dick, but not that kind of freedom of speech.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
No one should say bad things about me.
Yeah.
On my platform.
Yeah, but he was oh, it was ah, yeah. He's a problem, man. He's
He
saying things
is.
about things that he shouldn't really be saying things, which people are going.
He does say things about things where I feel that his opinion might be, hey, I'm no genius. That's astoundingly true, but I feel like he doesn't stay in his lane often enough.
Yeah, yeah.
Not good.
He's made some comments which are uh recently and about our country and things which are partly insightful.
I mean, sure, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let what that man says bring me down because he's probably not very well.
Oh, do you think you think he was like King George? Was it King George the Third? Who had
Oh,
who was
the
madman?
madness. He
The
had the
mad one?
madness. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, maybe.
yeah.
I feel it's like we're in a, like sort of a Kanye West trajectory where like I really liked Kanye West and I was like, oh, what happened? Oh no,
Oh,
he
you
just
know,
kind of imploded
you,
one day.
you know, you can't be fair without being insane. It seems these days.
Well, I think like and it seems ironically that these people are driven to the same political spectrum as well. Like that just seems to be their go-to, and it's like, oh, cool, your sanity took a bit of a jump off a cliff, and then
Yeah,
here we are.
yeah.
But
Oh,
enough about politics. Uh,
yes. Let's talk about Gantz
let's talk about Gantz,
and
the true politics.
and hunting of K.
Yeah, the dictatorship. We've left off in the last episode where it turns out that K is the alien, Kurono Alien,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, hang on, I'm definitely not an alien,
Yeah,
but oh crap, this doesn't seem like a good thing.
yeah.
Um,
So, yeah, he basically was telling them how to survive and stuff, and they're like, okay, but how can we trust you? Because you're also this dude,
uh,
and such and such, and it's like, yeah, no, I'm not, and then the two people who are psychopaths start pushing him,
oh yeah,
and then he has hallucinations of cattle coming towards him, and those two dudes beating up cattle, so he then kind of like just zones out of the whole room and then shoots
yeah.
the wall, and they're like, "Hey, he could have shot anyone.
He tried to kill me.
We can't trust this guy." So
No.
they saw their ghetto and kind of point the gun at him. And like, okay, people, let's create your shitstorm because the shit seems to do the stuff. And what's now? Oh, he said that we'll get teleported, and then they do, and they're like, "Oh no, I'm good. What's
Oh, fuck.
happening?"
It's happening.
So they all kind of land off a building.
Which one of them knows because it's like it's got a strip club in it that one of the guys knows from work. There's
Yeah.
the bank guy.
Yeah, the one that killed himself.
Yeah.
Which
He's aware of it as he's been to functions there.
oh, Kate got really upset with him as well, actually, in the last episode, because he said, "Oh yeah, maybe it's good that I died. Maybe this is kind of cool." It's like, no, it's fucking isn't, dude. Shut
Yeah.
the fuck up. You should be
Shut
alive.
up.
You got to go back and live.
Yeah,
And then
it's,
he changed his tune multiple times. This guy, because like, I
yeah.
want to live, but I thought you didn't want to live. Yeah, but I do.
I mean, that K did that emotional flip flop as well, so I get it, I guess. But I think like we're starting to see K be more of the person we wanted him to be.
Yeah,
Like, trying to lead, trying to help, trying to have a responsibility here.
Yeah.
Feeling like it probably, I guess, ironically, like I said in the previous episode, where it's like before Kishimoto and Kato had been like the champions of K as like this good person that we just don't see because he's not. And then, ironically, in their deaths, he's like, "Oh, I need to be that. I need to exemplify the things that they saw in me to be better." And he does that. Fair play.
Yep. Aye.
So
he's got a stronger character in this one. Yeah, so this one's mainly actually in the room where they're all kind of like still not take sure about him, and then they do get teleported to the roof of this building with the European bar at the bottom, and
Yes.
the rest of the rest of it is just for the sex industry.
Yep.
As the guy says, it's like, "Oh, you've been here, maybe." He doesn't admit to it at that point.
No.
And before they get teleported, Kay wrangles the gun off of Hito?
The very young, like 6. He's a year younger than Kay.
Yeah.
16.
Well, at least that's what he says anyway, yeah.
Yeah. Although the older one, what's his name? Kajimura.
Yeah.
Is like a fucking nut job as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's really insane. Both of them are insane.
Yeah.
So he wrangles the gun, and D comes in and says, "Oh, I took the gun off the guy." It was like, "Oh, you idiot!" Because they're going to play the group. It says, "Oh, I'm going to be the sweet, innocent boys." It's like doesn't know anything about her, and we're just going to play this angle and convince the group that Kay's the problem, and then we're going to kill them all. Because hey, we're already dead. Those guys don't know much about us. That they think we're dead, so we could just carry about our own lives because they all think we're dead. But we get our chance.
Yep.
But yeah, they kind of land in the building, and then they start shooting because they start blasting.
Yeah, well, the bank worker, the guy, the salaryman type dude, loses his shit.
Yeah.
And starts shooting at him.
Oh,
and that makes him bail out.
That's because Kay hallucinates.
Yeah.
But other people also hallucinate about how they died.
They all look at Kay and they see the person that has killed them or they're afraid of.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so everyone else is now experiencing that same thing Kay did in the room.
Yeah. Yep. And then so they kind of shoot and miss because no one got a good shot. Mm-hmm. Kay kind of drops his gun and runs into the building. And they're like, "Oh, we gotta go after them." And then it's at this point
they corner him.
Yeah.
And
he goes into a lift. He gets into a lift.
Oh yeah, and they blast that.
Yeah. And then he's like, right, jumping out here, jumps into the 8th floor, and they said, "Okay, we got to go down to the 7th floor, and we can outmaneuver them there." So they do. And then the storekeeper is adamantly trying to convince people that they shouldn't be doing this shit.
Yep.
And he's like, "Stop doing this."
Yeah, he's sort of like being this moral compass. Is like, we can't be this. This is not society. This is not what good people do.
Yeah.
And in particular, he has a focus on the younger of the hobo hunters.
Yeah.
Who he's like, he's a minor. Like he doesn't know what he's doing. Like he like we can talk to him and make him understand that what he's doing is wrong. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
Cool.
But I think that's later.
Oh, that's a thread that runs throughout. He keeps mentioning he's a minor, like, and he keeps saying it's like, we just need to make sure that we're very clear.
Yeah.
With him, it's like, yep, that'll work. Don't worry about it. Sure, it'll be fine.
Yeah, that's the thread for it all. But I think I don't think that starts coming apparent until I think the corner Kay on a stairwell.
They corner him in a room, and then
Yeah.
Because this is basically culminating to the end of this episode, actually, where they've got him in the room, and they're all, tension's high because they're not sure they want to, like, they don't want to hurt him. Yeah. It seems the majority of that group doesn't want to be doing this. And then we see the true colors of the hobo hunter dude, the Kajimura, who's like, I'm just gonna take this woman hostage.
Yeah.
And he's like, you should give up now. I was like, These guys are douches.
Wait, does that happen this episode or next episode?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure of it. The next episode kicks off from him doing the rescuing.
Yeah. I suppose it's because this is where I was saying previously. I think these episodes are.
They kind of float into each other.
Yeah, and also redone as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Because actually, you're right. Because a lot of the next episode is, or the start of it is basically the retelling of this scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we're actually at the end of this episode.
Yeah. So Kay gets he kind of rakes through like lockers into place, and essentially makes a makeshift weapon out of wet rags he's tied together, and made
Yes.
them into a whip. And
Yep.
using super strength is like totally beats up the two things. They're the evil guys. They're the ones that are like hobo killers, and they're like, what?
Yep.
And everyone's trying to make things. And then the homeroom teacher points a gun at Kay as well, and that's what stops them.
She does. That's right. Because she's like, I want to live.
Yeah, and if it's the only way to do it is to kill you, then
I'm sorry.
I'm going to have to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because no one wants to be dead. Type thing is the way she said.
No, it's definitely like we're very much teetering on, people's moral standpoints, but they're also their desire to not die.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
and I think that's a really interesting topic to delve into. Is like because when people are pushed to that, I don't think it takes that much to start making choices like that.
No, I don't think so either.
But I think it shows the resolve of some of the other characters who are like, no, like I like you can
Yeah.
tell me that's what this is, but I'm not doing that.
I think we see that more in the older.
Yeah,
basically the short
what's his
here because
name?
he's Sato, wasn't it? No, he's
Furuta.
Fruta. Yeah,
Yeah, he's the bookstore owner.
yeah,
He's like kind of a moral compass
yeah.
within the group, and he's like, society should be like this, and this is how we should be treating people.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like I guess like we're starting to see that kind of juxtaposition between what the world of Gantz is built like,
Mm-hmm.
which is just this horrific place where violence rules.
Mm-hmm.
And here's finally like this person who's like, no, that's not what this is. That's not what life has to be. That's not what life should be.
Yeah.
So everyone else I think has engaged with, engaged with the Gantz.
Yeah.
But he sort of isn't doing that. He's kind of moving a bit contrary to it and being a bit counterproductive, where he's like, no, I'm not doing what you're asking me.
Yeah.
Because that it's wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, he's very much have a righteous stance over the rest, and he does preach a lot to people.
He does.
But
not that he's wrong, but yeah.
No, he's definitely preaching. Yeah. Unfortunately, to the choir. Well, not to the choir.
Mm-hmm. Preaching to the converted.
Yeah, there's only a few people that seem to go with that way. But yeah, Baseline's in the room. He basically whipped the other guy's back a bit, and then they basically threaten. Was it Kai?
Kanda Mika.
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 Yeah.
Yeah. She's the one.
Yeah, so she's the one who kind of gets held captive, and then the episode kind of ends there, as everyone's like, "What?"
Yeah, I'm on about a 7 for this one. I think.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's intriguing.
Yeah, like I say, I like it. Seven is good, man. I think it's a very counter flow to the rest of the whole show. Like,
Yeah,
just talking about it here is essentially you got the guys being completely different to basically all the other ones where they're all basically selfish scumbags.
yeah.
Uh,
We've seen a tonal shift in the character makeup. Like they
yeah,
are better people
yeah, these are,
or have better moral compasses.
yeah. So better, more, yeah. So I'm kind of liking where it's going, where people are just going, "Oh yeah, let's do it, let's go." Because like the first set was like, "Okay, cool, let's do it," and they just ran and just
Literally
like,
everyone just picked up the guns and were going,
yeah.
woo!
And then second time they're a bit less of that, not too much less.
Well, actually, no, because the second time we got more ambiguous characters,
Mm.
like because we had the biker,
Yeah, and his chums.
yeah, and he very much so was the antithesis of that sort of I'm not a good guy, but I don't want to be a bad guy. Like
Yeah,
that's not my thing. I'm just in it,
yeah,
but I am a better person than this. Like
yeah. He wanted to be, yeah, and he wanted to
yeah,
get out of it.
yeah, he's bad. He is a bad person through circumstance that
Yep.
are unfortunate, and I think like in ironically, I suppose in the episode where he succeeds, we see sort of a positive side to him where he is helping that group to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but then we see the negative side to him straight away, given that moment, that bit of power,
Yeah,
and he makes the wrong choice.
yeah. Well,
Makes the wrong moral choice.
I think he's made that choice because that's the way he kind of knows, but it's also the way he would better his. So I think he can better his life and his family's life.
Yeah, it's I'm doing the wrong thing, but for the right reasons. I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing it to provide for my family.
Yeah.
You know, like tale as old as time. Like it doesn't make what they're doing right, but it makes it sad. Like,
Yeah.
is that this is this person's way to deal with that? It's a shame.
Yeah. And then the third set of people, they're even more ambiguous. They're kind of very neutral. You had the monk,
Yeah,
who basically said you're dead and you got to repent, type thing.
yeah,
And everyone believed him because he was a monk, and it was like, no, don't do that. And then he died, and they're like, all right, cool. We just want to survive. We're not really
yeah,
wanting to go brutally kill everything.
and they all engaged.
Yeah,
With the plan and with the process, like for the most part.
eventually. Once it was proven that maybe they should listen.
Yeah, maybe we were right.
Yeah.
And
then we got to this group where they're morally ambiguous to not go with what Gantz wants as such. Luckily,
because it's wrong.
Kai, except from the two people who really want to kill everyone.
Except for those guys they're just really horny for murder.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
That's gonna be the episode title.
Really horny for murder.
Yeah,
That's a copyright strike.
that's gonna get pulled down immediately.
Yeah.
Okay, well, on that note, we're gonna move on to the second episode for today, which does pick up pretty much as we said. Like, there's a bit of overlap there. This one is called "There's No Labyrinth I Can't Get Out Of."
Oh, yeah.
In reference to the book.
Inescapable. Which, yeah, the book that we've been talking about for the last 5 episodes.
Seems to have everything and nothing to do with this show.
Yeah, it's just this random book. Anyway, so yeah, it picks up thing. I think what happens? How does he loses his cool or something with the girl, and therefore throws her on the ground because she says like, "No, that's cool, just kill me," or something. I'm already dead.
It's something like that. She
Oh.
ends up.
He's having flashbacks to this cowering in the corner. It's also they had the lights on at the end of the last episode, but now the lights are off again,
Yes.
which just makes me think it's a different animation
Studio.
house.
Yeah.
So he's cowering in the corner, and starts getting flashbacks of Kishimoto.
Yes.
Saying, "Come on, Kay, come join us. Come on." And then like, "Shut up, Gantz. I'm not falling for it."
Yeah. Gantz, unless it wasn't clear, Gantz really doesn't like Kay.
Oh no, because like when they're on top of the roof, when they first go there, he's like, "Okay, cool guys, let's not do it. Let's go and find the thing." And then all the billboards change to say, "Kill this guy. He can't trust him."
Yeah.
It's like what?
He really, really wants him to die.
Yeah. But and then Mika, who's the one that's actually held hostage, speaks out and kind of rhetorics with Kimoso's like overlaid on her and saying stuff like, "No, I'm cool, don't do it," and really upsets the dude, so he throws her to the ground.
Yes, that's right.
And then beats her up.
Then the strike, because he does end up being able to get away with her.
Yeah, he loses his weapon or something, and then he picks up his the whip that Kay had and whips her.
Yes. Because he's a monster.
Because he is a monster, yeah. I mean, it's like next episode we'll talk about their killing habits, because they go into that.
Yeah, we will.
So basically he does that, and then Kay's like, "Oh cool, I got you, let's go," and then he runs out, gets into the stairwell,
leaving the book behind.
Which
is what sparks a conversation about how Sakuraoko had given her that book, or had let her take that book.
Yeah. Because she noticed the name as she drives away, because they never mentioned the name. Yeah.
And she needs it back. She's like, I need to have that. It means a lot to me.
It has this really cool phrase in it. On the page one.
No labyrinth is inescapable.
No labyrinth is inescapable.
Except maybe this one.
And then they
he throws her out a window.
Yeah, he says, "You know how to use the suit?" And she's like,
"No."
And he says, "Yeah, sure you do. That's how you survived those hits earlier." "Oh, all right." Yoink! Just throws him out like this is the seventh or eighth floor of the building.
Just defenestrates her.
Yeah, I'll go and get that book for you. Well,
let me get that book for you.
And then upstairs, the shopkeeper is basically saying, "Oh, see this book? It's got a really cool line in it on the first page. no labyrinth is inescapable." And then one of the guys behind him basically states, "What are you on about? That's not right." I think that's Shoto. I think the
blonde guy,
the businessman.
Oh, the businessman, right? Okay.
Nozaki's the blonde guy.
Nozaki, yes,
and
the blonde guy.
He basically says, "You know what?" Because they're confronting him about killing the homeless, and the blue guy basically puts on an axe. Says, "No, I was put it there. It was all him. He forced me to do it. Blah blah blah." And then the other guy is like, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah.
He did it more than me, and I was getting really annoyed with him. Because he says, "Yeah, what we did," and then because Nozaki says, "I can see it in their eyes. They're lunatics. We should get rid of them." But the storekeeper's like, "No, we're not going down that way." Okay,
we could talk to them.
Okay, I'll let you do your thing, because you know what, you're right. That's the right thing to do, but we really should kill them.
Yes, it is the right thing to do, but I don't want to die. And then he's like, "Right, I guess I'll go and talk to them."
Yeah, so he goes talks to them on the top of the stair and like blah blah blah. And then
They realize they are actually hobo killers.
yeah, and like I said, the young one, Hijo, Hijoto, Hideko,
Hang on, I'm gonna find out.
Hideko or something like that. I think Hideko, hi,
Moroto.
Moroto, even.
Yeah.
There you go. Totally had that name right there.
Yeah, it was close.
Pulling it out there. Yeah,
Plucked.
yeah, plucked out there. Anyway, so he basically puts on, I'm just a minor. I know no better. I was forced to do the shit type act, and the other guy's like, no. Then the school teacher basically points the gun at them,
Yes.
and she's like, blah, and then they're like, all right, screw with that. We're going through it. Where the kid's like, oh, man, you gotta play it cool here. Stop, like not playing it cool. You just lost it. Useless. Or does that back in the room? Anyway, so Kay then comes up the stairwell, and then basically jumps up the stairwell, and then gets in there and tries to save the teacher, but the teacher gets snagged, and then they run down the stairs, and then they're like, "Hey, Kay, you're back. You know what?
Yep.
We kind of like you. You're all right."
Turns out maybe you're not the bad guy here.
Yeah, maybe you're not. And then so they run downstairs with the homeroom teacher. And
he gets the book back.
And he gets the book back because the storekeeper has the book. Like, here's the book, and it's cool. And then Zaki says, "Oh, why did you do that for? Why did you come back? Oh, I just really love seeing my homeroom teacher's bra just turns me on or something."
Yeah, it's a bit, and the guy's like, "Yeah, I dig that." You're like, "Okay, weird moment."
I don't think he digs that. I think he just laughs at
it
because it's a stupid statement, and he realizes it's a stupid statement. He's not. It's like, that's a cool statement, mate.
He says it to cover, because I think, like, obviously, but I think we're at this point where he's not really comfortable.
Yeah.
Showing his emotions.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
he's reverting to being horny.
Yeah. So anyways, because when he's going up the stairs, she's like, "Oh, I pulled a gun on you. On the student because of you guys. Oh, I feel like I should now." This is the homeroom teacher to them. Should come back and do the stuff. And he's like, "Ah, you don't need to worry about that," in his head, as he goes in and says. So she's downstairs. They go downstairs. Oh, okay, cool. What's the plan? You know this place because you've been here a couple of times, Mr. Businessman. And he's like, "Ah, it's only twice with my boss."
Yeah, only twice.
Yeah, only twice. Wink. So anyway, they go down and says, "Let's be the European bar. Let's be the best place." So they meet them down there on the first floor or the ground floor, I think.
Yeah.
And I think before they get down, the homeroom teacher's like, "Cool, let's do this," because they have the big argument down in the bottom. Kitamoto and Motokai on something, and then she kind of just grabbed the gun and has a gun pointing at at the guy's throat and says, "I'm going to kill you." I was like, "Oh, are you now? That's cool."
Yep.
And then the other guys came down and it's like, "Oh, it's you guys." I think they jump and then they run into the European bar.
Well, yeah, it all kind of kicks off, and as a result, the homeroom teacher manages to get a bit of an attack on.
I don't remember if she's actually attacking them. I think
she does. She cuts his head open.
Oh no! Yeah, that's after they get into the European bar, though.
Is it?
Yeah, because they don't know what they did to her within like the 2 seconds between them going through the door and they run into it and hiding into the cupboard. at the back.
Right. Okay.
Because they appear at the back, because they go in the room, it's like, where are they? And then they appear at these doors, kind of like old Western doors.
Yep.
French doors?
Saloon doors.
Saloon doors type thing. And they hear out there, and she's basically, her suit's been ripped off, and she's all sliced up. And the kid is going, oh, I didn't do it. I didn't slice her all up holding the knife.
I didn't do anything.
Holding this knife. And then he just kind of like plonks the knife into the middle of the floor, and then they're like, here, have her. And she's just like beating up to the shit, and it's like, okay, I'm sorry, why did you save me? It's like, oh, yeah, you know, it's cool. And then she's like, sorry about this, and she just like gets the last bit of energy, pulls up the sword, and then slices the forehead of Kitamoto.
It's
like,
a cool hit.
It's like, yeah. I mean, that's a lot of blood out his forehead, man.
He's bleeding real bad.
But then that's the wrestler trick too. We slip in the forehead and you get a lot of blood.
Yeah. You gotta blade yourself.
Yeah. And then she kind of falls to the side as the kid goes blam 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 blam. And so you don't actually see her die. You just see the blood spatter on the wall for once.
Yep.
And he's just laughing with joy. And then they run away. And then they go, ah, shit, better shoot them. Oh no, they're too late. They're around the corner already.
They're already gone.
Yeah. And then they escape out the house, and that's the end of the episode. Alright, building.
It's a wild one.
Yeah.
How do you find this one then?
I think it's good. I think I like it more because everyone seems to have a lawful, chaotic lawful stance would be the best one.
Or neutral lawful.
Yeah.
They're neither good nor bad in some cases, but they want to follow the letter of the law.
Did you say neutral lawful?
Yeah.
Lawful.
Lawful.
Neutral lawful.
Law. Wait. That's the word, isn't it? Lawful?
Yeah, lawful. But I thought you said lawful.
Oh no, not full of lof.
Not full of law.
Not that.
I wonder if it'll pick up lawful and unlawful. That'll be great in the transcription.
I'm just looking at the chart.
Yeah.
Yeah, lawful neutral.
Yeah, in the middle.
Yeah.
Not the top.
Not middle, left middle.
Yeah, left middle. But what's the top row?
Lawful good, neutral good, chaotic good.
That's it, yeah. And chaotic. Oh. And what's the bottom one then?
Lawful evil, neutral evil, chaotic evil.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're kind of moved to the middle ground, I think. Maybe higher. But I think that's what I like about it. They're not goody-goody, but they're not like real scumbags like most of the... And
yeah,
I'm like to think about it in these ones, in the sense that I'm thinking this is all some weird subconscious dream thing, man.
Some sort of Dallas situation,
man, where he's just like in a coma and having all these dreams, and it's all come together. Where he was like a bit of a douche, but he's now in his coma, has got rid of all the bad aspects of his personalities and moving into a better position.
Mm-hmm.
I like to think that. I'll go at 8. I think I'm enjoying it. They had good points in this one.
Okay. Yeah, I think I could probably go with that. I could swing that. I think that seems fair.
I mean,
has a lot of action and a lot of good characterization and
I feel like, you know, if they had this maybe middle way through the show, I think it would have been a better show.
I think the trouble you'll have is that this is now veering away from the manga.
Yeah.
You're starting to go, yeah, this makes sense.
I know. And also, it's a swan song of it.
Yeah, I can't live in that world that they've created in that manga.
Yeah. It's not for me.
Don't blame you.
Oh.
As we've said many times, I am in fact a misery vampire. So this is the stuff I seek out.
Yeah. Oh,
So yeah, I think so too. And that brings us to the end of today's episode. We'll be back next week to discuss our finale for Gantz.
yeah. Ultimatum.
Exciting times. The ultimatum.
Yep.
The Gantz ultimatum.
Gantz ultimatum.
That might be a Gantz movie that already exists. There are live action movies, so
Yeah.
and CGI movies.
Oh, I remember. I think they were on Netflix.
Or Netflix, I think. Yeah.
They were. I don't think they are now.
Yeah.
Maybe
No,
got
probably
taken
not.
off because things got taken off when the whole kind of merger of stuff. I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But now come back because they got a lot of shows on Netflix again.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be back next time to talk about more anime. So you've been listening to Is That Anime, an anime podcast about anime, suspiciously. Our home is at anchor.fm/Who's That Anime, and you can help us if you so wish by leaving us a review. Or if you've already left us a review or can't leave us a review, telling a friend is a super cool way to help us too. If you'd like to support us financially in some way, you can at patreon.com/Who's That Anime, where you can get early access to these episodes and early access to episodes of our other podcast, 5 Minute Fusion, A Journey Through Dragon Ball. We have a Facebook page, facebook.com/Who's That Anime, where we post the latest releases and occasional memes. We have a Discord group. You can find the link to that in the show notes. Colin painstakingly puts together the video versions of these episodes at youtube.com/Who's That Anime. You can also find all of our podcast episodes there because we have the RSS feeds for both feeds for Who's That Anime and 5 Minute Fusion hooked up in there too. Occasionally, Colin and I like to play some video games. Colin at twitch.tv/couchfuel and myself at twitch.tv/hailpayman. And you can find archives for everything in those at youtube.com by searching for @couchfuel or @hailpayman.
Yeah, that's it. Archives.
Archives indeed.
Yeah. Still want to do more nightmare stuff.
Maybe one day.
Yeah, you just got to wear a helmet, man. No, it was you.
No, definitely don't want to do that. Maybe we'll play some stuff on Parsec.
Yeah,
it's easier. It's easy. Maybe we could do something like that.
Oh, it's better for in person.
It is better in person, but it's harder in person.
Oh no, because it's more fun in the sense that it's just I always loved the bit in that episode where you're like, we were like da 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 da, like climbing the mountain, and then like an hour and a half into the show, it's like, why is it so hard?
I didn't understand the metaphor. For some reason, it wasn't clicking with me.
No, it also didn't. And like, it's because you said play this.
Oh God.
Yeah, that was so funny.
Whoops.
It's good.
Oh well. Good times.
Good times, man. That's why we should go back. Anyway, better cut this short. We've got one more thing to do. So, we'll catch you next time on our ultimate episode of Gantz.
Ultimate Gantz.
Ultimate Gantz. See you next week.
Bye, folks.
Bye.